because she just won't fucking open up and like let him experience all of her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right.
Oh, I just got some tingles.
Hard nipples.
Yeah, she got her nipples too. My new titties are even lighting up. You got my new titties lighting up. You got my. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast.
No one's letting you forget in the club. That is for fucking sure.
Are you in lots and lots of pain? How bad is the pain?
Fuck you fucking asshat. Having fun dancing in the floor.
Number one, why am I calling you? Number two, you ruined everything.
Oh, so good.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to the Club Unhinged Podcast. You guys, it's Christine. I'm doing the intro today.
Mm-hmm.
Kelsey always does the intro.
That's true.
And today we have a three-way. It's me and two Kelseys today.
Yeah, you're in a Kelsey sandwich.
I'm in a Kelsey sandwich today, guys, and I'm so pumped. Kelsey's like, do you want to do the intro? Because Kelsey, I actually know Kelsey number two. I know her through Kelsey number one and two, through a course that we're taking. And so it's like, fuck yeah. I just realized I never intro the podcast. So
No, you
fucking
don't.
welcome, you guys. Maybe we need to like switch that up. Maybe I'm gonna like start.
I think so.
Yeah,
Tag
I love
team
it. Tag team that shit. So yeah, welcome to the podcast. We're so excited. We have a three-way. I'm stacked. I'm getting sandwiched today by two Kelseys. It's like every man's dream right now as well. I'm just like, I got
Literally.
two Kelsey, literally just like, totally. I was telling this guy the other day about the podcast. I'm like, so we have like just the tip and we have the three-way, thinking like, he was going to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's like, that is like so smart. Like, that's such a good idea. And I was like, I know, it's so fun. It's like ridiculous.
It's fun.
Yeah, so fun. Yeah. So guys, today we have, well, obviously Kelsey, OG Kelsey and I. And we have Kelsey as well today on the podcast. Kelsey number two is actually, she's so fire, you guys. As soon as I met her, I'm like, you are absolutely coming on the podcast. I told Kelsey one, I was like, listen, this bitch is so unhinged. She's on fire. She's like off the rails, just like us, but like so, when I say off the rails, she's off the rails, but she's super embodied in her craft. She knows what the fuck she's talking about. She talks about love. She talks about business, all the same shit that we're obsessed with. And Kelsey and I actually know it. I'll give you a little bit of background. Kelsey and I actually met like a couple months ago. We're both taking let me get this right, trauma-informed, like nervous system abundance coaching certification. Basically what it is, it's teaching us how to work with clients and how to really craft and work with people when they're dealing with nervous system dysregulation from financial trauma, manifesting trauma, stuff like that. So it's like a really powerful coaching container. It's really nice and small, it's intimate, and so we got to know each other through there. We instantly vibed. I feel like as soon as she turned on her camera, I was just like, oh, this bitch is gonna be fire. So and we've been rocking it ever since. So I'm so happy to have her on the podcast today and to have you guys listen to Kelsey's wisdom. And just like, she's a disruptor as well. She's got a really good following on Instagram and TikTok. She's like, I just go on there and I just say whatever the fuck I want, basically. And I'm like going against the grain, and I'm like basically just poking at people and shit. And I was like, this is our girl. This is our girl. It's our kind of woman. So, so that's the intro I'm going to give. Kelsey, I'm sure you can do a way better job of actually telling people what the fuck you do, like who you are. But tell our community, who is this magical unicorn here today?
Oh my goodness. Christine, thank you so much. And Kelsey, it's so good to meet you. And yeah, I feel like I would have totally enjoyed being on Just the Tip podcast. I'm like, I have a lot of opinions about threesome stuff, but here I am and it's okay. All right. Yeah, what the fuck do? I do a lot of things. It's so hard, right? Like, it's like, do we want the like ethereal kind of really cool introduction, or do we want the like, both my parents are dead, I used to be a respiratory therapist, now I'm a life coach? Like which one do we want?
I feel like you just chose. You just chose the answer.
That's it. I'm Orphan Annie, here to coach you guys into divine union. That's really the intro.
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. If you could give us like, okay, so you just gave us one. Give us like two more. Like, I love what you just said. My parents died. I used to be a respiratory therapist. Now I'm a life coach. Okay, give us like two more like other off the rails, and then people can just like mix and match what they like from that.
Yeah, totally. And like more serious, you know, like I
Sure.
am a joker and that is, but my work is pretty deep. Basically, like it's deep and it's funny. Like you're gonna cry and you're gonna laugh. But yeah, I mean, ultimately, when I had my son, I realized like I wanted to break out of this machine society that I believe that we live in and that we are like ultimately, you know, just unhappy and unfulfilled in. And I started a business as a personal trainer. Very quickly realized that although I love fitness and I love that for myself, I hate training people like to an insane degree. And then I also realized that you're not doing the work if you're not actually doing the emotional work. So then I got into mindset coaching. I became a master practitioner of neurolinguistic programming, developed my own life coaching technique called the Mirror Method, train coaches in that. And then I developed a process to find what I call like divine union. And ultimately, I believe you have to like become your own dream girl. You heal your own emotional availability within yourself. You become the woman that you are truly here to be. And then you become a perfect match for the man, money, lifestyle, everything that you're here for. So women come to me to work on, they want the man, they want the money, they want to be their own dream girl. And I make sure that they get all of it. So yeah, that's a little bit more of a serious introduction.
Zing, zing.
Yeah, zing, fucking zing. I mean, I love how you went from my parents, both my parents are dead. I had a restaurant right there.
Orphan Annie.
And now and then like you fucking banged out that zinger. I was like, fuck yeah. I love that.
Yeah, we got to practice our elevator pitch
Yeah.
as coaches, right? Like we have to.
And you have to have
I'm
a
the
bunch.
worst.
Like,
I know,
you
you have
can't
to
just
have a
have a
bunch.
standard. Like you have to have a couple. We were just talking about this on our coaching call. I'm like, you can't just have like one standard answer. You got to switch it up. You know, you got to keep people on their toes.
100%. Well, especially when the work that we do is so, like, I know that we all do so many things that it's kind of like, yeah, like what flavor are we in today? Like, are we getting them the man? Are we getting them the money? Are we getting them the hot ass? Like, what's the vibe? What does our audience need? And just, yeah, picking the elevator pitch based on that.
Totally. Depending on who I'm talking to, like if somebody super beige is like, so what do you do? I'm like, yeah, I'm like I'm an intuitive coach and like I like business coach and I like leave it at that. And then like if somebody's like kind of like zinger, once in a while I like to fuck with people. Like I was telling Kelsey, like when I met my surgeon who just did all my surgery, she's like, I didn't know what she'd be like. I thought, you know, I was like, she's a surgeon. She might be like, what the fuck? She's like, what do you do for work? I'm like, well, I'm kind of like a psychic business coach, but I also can like read people's like soul's blueprint and see where their trauma lies that's blocking them from like actualizing it. And she like turns up and looks at me and she's like, I like that. I think I might hire you for like my team. And she's like, I'm super intuitive and I'm obsessive. And I literally in that moment was like, send me the fucking invoice because you are my surgeon, number one right now. But it's like, it's so fun to fuck with people and to see like where you are and what to say because you know what I mean? It's like, how do you put that in a fucking Instagram bio? Every time I go to put my Instagram bio, I'm like,
God.
what am I supposed to say in here? Like, I'm a multi-dimensional fucking witch and I can like do crazy shit and I will alchemize you faster than you even know what to fucking do with it. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Kelsey's like, yeah, that's what you put on your bio.
That's what you put.
Yeah. So, yeah.
all the old school marketers are like, no.
Your bio is not about you. It's about your client.
Totally.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oh
hell.
goodness. Well, I'm excited to dive in, and I love that you started it on this thread of, you know, both my parents died and, you know, here I am, Orphan Annie, and I teach people about divine union, because what better teacher to like guide people through that process than someone who has literally had such big loss and had to walk an alchemical path to union within yourself. And it's through that union within yourself that we start to open the field for union with other and union with life. And so I would love to just nerd out about that a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
let's dive
I have
into it.
chills all over and like thank you for, you know, recognizing that because I don't know that like people truly understand what it is to live in a world without your parents. Like it's like such an interesting spiritual journey because there is no soft landing anymore. You know, like you don't pay your bills or you get divorced or something happens, like you can't go to mom or dad's, whether they're divorced or whatever, you can't go to either of their couch. Like you literally are alone. And this has made like my codependency things that I had to heal even so much worse, because it's like, oh, my partner is going to be my best friend and my family. But then I've gotten lesson after lesson of no, he's not, because I'm also divorced. And then I went through separation with the man and all these things. We'll call him the man for now. And that was, again, deeper layers of you cannot make a home in anybody else. And it has to be within yourself. So it is interesting because, like, obviously when I went through those things, well, I'll be really honest, like when my mom died, that was when I first found God, like truly found God. I was 17. I felt the presence of God so deeply in my heart. And something in me, although she was my best friend, like she had me at 17, raised me completely on her own. Something in me that night, even though it was like the most gaping hole of pain I'd ever felt in my entire life, I knew that I was like exactly where I needed to be. And I could like feel God's presence in me, around me, everywhere. And I know for a fact that I could not have become the woman that I am if she was still in this earthly plane. Like that's just, that had to happen, you know? And then later on when my dad passed, that was like a crazy experience as well, just because she was like, I had her my whole life and then lost her. I wanted him my whole life, never got to love him and lost him. And that was like this crazy like shift in my journey of when I reopened my heart, because I was emotionally unavailable from when my mom died until my dad died, like 11 years later, 11 years later. And it was like the lesson was, would you rather have loved and lost or never loved at all? And I was like, fuck, like my life is like a cosmic joke, spiritual lesson. Like, what the fuck?
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah. And I was like, yeah, I'd rather love and lose than not love at all. 100%, a million times over.
And I love that you're bringing that thread through, because that's just not a very common paradigm these days. Like so many people are putting walls up around their heart, and they have all of this protection, and they're trying to keep all the shitty stuff out, and they're trying to prevent life from lifing. You know, life is about living. It's also about loss. And like these are two sides of the same coin. And so many humans these days are just like, you know, I feel like if we just don't acknowledge the loss, then maybe it'll never happen. And then they are so not equipped to deal with it when it comes. And people who have walked through those fires and like actually gone through to the other side, like there are people who have gone through very similar things, if not the same thing that you've gone through, and they don't walk through those alchemical fires, and they end up being really resigned, really crusty, like really, really not on that tangent of like, I want to love, and I'm willing to risk losing it in order to have that experience. And so for you to come through that and be able to powerfully, like I felt it as soon as you said that. I'm like, oh yeah, like she has lived this. This is an embodied teaching for her. It's not just something she read in a fucking book and was like, oh, that's a cool catchphrase. I think I'll keep that. Like you can feel that you have actually lived this, and that is just an inherent truth in you, that I would rather love and lose than never love at all. And I feel that in my bones. Like that is a huge like guiding principle in my life as well. Like Christine and I both have had big losses in the realms of relationship and life. And it's like, people are like, you're such a glutton for punishment. You just keep going back. And it's not even that. It's just, I know the nourishment of love. Like I know what's possible there. And why wouldn't I continue to open my heart? Like heartbreak just breaks my heart open so that there's more space for love to occupy. And it sounds like that's been a very similar journey for you. And I think that's really beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. You know, it's funny because like and I'm going through a crazy shift even today, and I wonder if you guys are like collectively feeling this as well. Like we're always like, I feel like as spiritual women, we're all like, there's such a big shift every fucking day. You're like, okay, it's like super
We
annoying,
literally
right?
started our coaching call saying that today.
Literally the exact verbatim. We were like, just want to acknowledge that there is some crazy shit in the vortex. And I feel like every time my clients are getting bored of every time I fucking
Yeah.
boxer them, they're like, okay, bitch, every day there's a
Okay.
fucking, okay, another one of these fucking
The
spiritual vortexes you
planets.
talk about. Yeah, totally.
I know it's like literally getting all. It literally is like life is a fucking cosmic joke. But
Yes.
today specifically, um, it was just like a deeper layer of recognizing where I have not yet been love, like
Mm.
completely. Like I feel like collectively we're clearing codependency on deeper layers. I just feel that
Yeah.
collectively we're all healing deeper layers of codependency. And I did a podcast
Mm-hmm.
last week with someone all about anxious attachment, and codependency is just so not clear cut at all.
Mm-hmm.
You can like I'm in second year of psych, you can study all of there's no clear description of codependency. And what I really feel like it is just this like almost like addiction, obsession with this external person to avoid yourself, your path, your
Mm.
purpose, all the things, right?
Preach it,
Yeah,
girl.
I'm like, right? It's like crazy. And I think that we're all realizing, like, holy shit, we have to just, like, do this for ourselves. But so if we're loving to get, we're obviously not, like, we're not being love, right? And so today I'm feeling this super deep element of, like, deepening in the embodiment of just being love. And how could we not want to? Like, that's literally all we're here for. And we don't love for them. We love for ourselves. Like, it's for you. Like, when you're loving your man, when you're loving your girlfriends, when you're loving your kids, sounds like fucked up, but it is for you. It's for you to experience the fullness of all that you are. Like, those of us who choose to be good mothers, it's because we want to be good mothers for ourselves and yeah, also for our kids. Or, when I talk to men that are very loyal, they're loyal for themselves. Like it's for them, right? And that's what we
Mm-hmm.
want. We want people who want to be these things. So for me right now, like in this dating world, like you're saying, Kelsey, it's like everyone is just so closed off, so afraid of being hurt. And it's like you're literally not experiencing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then we have men who are like obsessed with being with a million different women, and women crying that their man isn't completely enamored with her, but she's not even being herself. So he's literally looking for the fullness of her in other women
Mm.
because she just won't fucking open up and like let him
Oh,
experience all of her. Yeah, right? So
oh,
Uh-huh.
I
it's
just got some tingly
Hard
tingles.
nipples.
Yeah, she got her nipples too. My new titties are even lighting up. You got my new titties lighting up. You got my okay, okay,
yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
But
all right.
for true.
I
For
was telling
true.
my man, right? It's so true. I was telling my man yesterday, I'm like, babe, I'm gonna order wigs so that I can have like a different personality for each wig. And he said, without a fucking wig, you already have enough personalities. And I was like,
You're
that's
already
the
doing it,
truth.
babe.
Like, yes, right? It's like one woman who's fully open is
Mm-hmm.
more than enough for
Mm-hmm.
herself and for the whole world, right?
Yes. Yes. Oh my
Mm.
gosh, I'm obsessed with everything you just said. And it's so true. And that is such a controversial thing to say, and then you're going to get the women who are really victimized by what you just said, because they don't want to take full ownership over the
Sweet.
fact that they are not bringing their full self forward. And that's just it. Like when women are closed, like that really shows up in the reflection of their relationship and their partner. And
Mm-hmm.
you see all of these dysfunctional behaviors that happen, not because she's closed, but it's a reflection of her closure. And the
Mm-hmm.
more open she becomes and the more available she becomes to her own heart, we either just don't accept that subpar behavior and we're like, fucking beat it, bro. Like, that is not the standard to which we are operating at here. And if that's what you got to do, I love that for you, but you're not going to do it here.
Mm-hmm.
And being able to hold that line, or like the transformation happens, she opens, and all of a sudden he fucking transforms and he's like on his fucking knees in devotion. And she's like, how did this happen? Well,
100%.
there's more of her to love. There's more of her to like really be connected to. But so many women are fucking closed, and they're bitching and moaning that like my man can't meet me. Well, can you meet you? Like, are
Yeah.
you available to all parts of you?
Yeah. Because ultimately there's more of her to penetrate.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
That's what it is. So what men want. They want to penetrate
They
you. And
do.
if you're not penetrable, they can't penetrate you.
Uh-huh. And a woman
It's like so
in
basic.
herself wants to be penetrated as well. Like, there's nothing that is more interesting and intoxicating and delicious to me than receiving that penetration from a man who's fully in his embodied man and his masculinity. I'm like, yeah, fucking give it to me. Let me take it.
You dirty
Yum.
bitch, you.
Yeah.
Yum.
Fuck yeah. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And Kelsey, this talk about codependency. I mean, Kelsey and I have both. I still want to write my book on codependency, but I mean, that's exactly how I would describe it as well. I mean, there's so many different, terms and all that. But at the end of the day, I realized when I went to that, like, basically it was like my ex went to rehab like 3 months after he got married. And I remember going and I was so bitter and so angry. And I thought it had nothing to do with it. And when I went there, I got my ass fucking kicked. And they were like, oh, I literally raised my hand and they were like, so we're going to talk about you and, all your patterns. And I was like, literally like, oh, excuse me. Like, no. I think you've made mistaken. I'm actually not the one with the problem. And I remember the lady was like, oh, honey, you're the one with the problem. And I was like, me? And she's like, you're
You are the
codependent. And I was
problem.
like, code of what? I had no idea what the fuck codependency was. And then I started like getting into it and I was like, holy fuck. He's addicted to a substance to mood alter to help try to like calibrate his nervous system from dysregulation and trauma. I'm addicted to him. Like he's addicted to the substance. I'm addicted to him. I'm addicted to his chaos. So I don't have to look at my own shit. I don't have to look at where I've completely self-abandoned. I don't have to look at the pain from my childhood. I don't have to look at any of this shit. This is perfect. I have somebody who's so chaotic and so like over here that I get to just be like, I was self-righteous. I was like, you are the bad one and I'm the good one. And like, it was so fucking twisted, that whole thing. And I mean, I have so much compassion obviously for that part of me, but I think that I think we are in a world right now where there's a lot of unhooking from that because we have the old societal ways of like, this is what a man does, this is what a woman does. This is it. Like there's all these pieces. So if you think about it, like the woman wanting to cater to the man and like I was like addicted to him and addicted to pleasing him and addicted to like trying to fix him and be there for him. And so it's almost this like new age meets old age meets how do I function as a woman in this society when I'm like disentangling from old paradigms and rules, and then how do I deal with the pain of myself? Like there's just, do you know what I mean? Like it's such a web of intricacy that I think so many women are honestly disentangling from right now. Because if you think of not that long ago, women's roles were this and like men's roles were this. There's just so much tradition and culture and all these pieces that tie into it. And there's this massive awakening right now where people are like, some people are going off the rails and going like hyper independent, and some people are going over like there's this calibration that has to happen. But I love this idea of this union within self, because yeah, when we're in that wholeness and we're feeling at peace and with permission with ourselves, and we can call in that person really effortlessly. Like people are like, the dating pool is so fucked. I'm like, is it? Or are you fucked and you need to do some deep healing? Like, is it fucked? Or are you literally like, you're the problem and you need to do some deep like fucking healing, because you're just gonna, the universe is like a jokester and is gonna be like, all right, bitch, let's give you another mirror. Here's another mirror. Here's another mirror. And then we're like, they're all fucked. And it's
They're
like,
all terrible.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I don't buy it.
Yeah.
No, what?
That's crazy though, because I didn't know that, Christine, about your past. And like, I love when like, I like the word God, but universe, whatever you want to call it, God, universe, whatever. I love when you're given these like super clear reflections, right? Like you and your ex had such a clear reflection. Like you were addicted to him and he was addicted to something outside of you.
Yes. 100%.
That's why it's like, and
Perfect.
then it's like, it's crazy. But then if we can turn the obsession inwards, like healthy obsession, not creepy obsession, okay? For anyone who's listening, if we can like turn that like love inwards, that like addiction to yourself, your purpose, all those things, then they reflect it it's like so simple, you
It's so
know?
simple. So simple.
So, yeah.
So fucking
Not
simple.
easy, but simple.
No, simple but not easy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the path of self-responsibility for me, because like I loved, it was intoxicating, this like temporary hit of power I would get when he would fuck up, and I'd be like, see how bad you are, and da, 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 da. And again, I had such a disconnected relationship with myself. It was the only time I felt powerful ever. Like, it was like if somebody fucked up. I remember that I mean, that tracked from high school. Like, I would have boyfriends who'd fuck up, they'd cheat, they'd do things, and then I would like, they'd go and like buy me something. And for me, growing up with like a really poor relationship with money, that was like, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I can have men fuck up.
This is
and
how
then
you
they
get
pay me.
stuff.
This was
Yeah.
so transactional, right? Like, again, you can just see how, and then I look at sort of like later on about how some of the men would like interact with women, and it was really transactional. I'm like, fucking hell. Like, but it's such a hard pill to swallow. It was a very hard pill for me to swallow, because I'm like, fuck. Like, that's where I had my spiritual awakening. Actually, I had my holy fuck moment. That was my spiritual awakening when I went to that. And it's the first time God, like, I will say God energy, it like went through my body, and I was like, what? And I was, if you had mentioned the word God before that, I would have been like, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know why. I didn't know why I had like such an aversion to any spirituality, any of that. And it was that moment, it completely fucking cracked me open. And I had this like really clear visual of like the universe being like, if you want to play like at the casino of life, and you want to go and fucking roll dice and see what the fuck is up, you have to cash in your victim chips. And I was like, I can't. I've worked so hard for these, because if I like say that I co-created this fucking hot mess, like, if I want to live and play, I have to be willing to say that I co-created this. But if I co-created this, then I also co-created this mess. So it's almost that tug of war of being like, fuck, like, do I really want that? And I was like, I do want that. And so it was like a really big unwinding and looking at like my part of it, and how I got into that relationship. Why wasn't I an energetic match to that relationship? And not just him, all the relationships. I dated addicts my whole entire teenage years, and like men who would cheat on me, men who were like erratic, men who were like either rageaholics or addicted to something, all the pieces. They were addicted to something. So I had to go back and look at, like, rather than saying, look at all the shitty men out there, I said, I'm not negating their behavior, and I'm not negating what was done, like in scenarios that was very hurtful, but also, why would I stay? A healthy woman wouldn't stay in that scenario. They wouldn't even entertain it. And I fucking ate it for breakfast.
You're like, sign me up, give me more.
Sign me up, give me a side of bacon. I'll take an extra piece of toast with that. Come on, let's go. And it kept getting to reconfirm my addiction to the belief that I was unworthy, right? It just fed it, and it fed it, and it fed it, because that's how I grew up. I, felt not enough. And so, of course, I had the men mirroring back to me, and universe and nature and net positive, they're always trying to have us reconcile and balance it. So, of course, I'm going to attract a man. And this is why women, again, we keep attracting, it doesn't matter in relationship with anything, we keep attracting the same type of person, maybe different penis, different face, but it's always trying to get us back to be like, look at this, heal this, heal this. So I think that's why doing that internal work, and the work that you do as well, and the work Kelsey and I do, is like, it's because we want you to come back into harmony with self, and to take responsibility, and to start to like look at these pieces and alchemize them, so that we don't have to keep having the relationship mirror back to us the healing that we need to do.
Yeah, because it's exhausting. It's like
So exhausting to play those themes out over and over and over.
Oh,
God, it's boring. It's fucking boring.
Yeah.
When you get to a certain point, you're like, this again? Like, we're doing this again? It's wild. But even with the addiction piece of like him being addicted to a substance, you being addicted to him, like getting caught in the addiction to somebody else, it's a really high sensation. It's really dramatic, and it's externally focused. And if you're externally focused, you do not have to be open. And if you're not open, then you're not being penetrated. Like, it's not vulnerable. It's like you don't have to deal with the high sensation of intimacy and truly being known. So I think this is something that women do a lot, where they'll hyper fixate on the dude. And I'm guilty of doing this too. And every time I catch myself in that, I'm like, ooh, what am I avoiding in myself? Because by hyper fixating on him, I get to avoid being intimately connected with whatever is going on with me, even if it's just a sensation that's uncomfortable, if it's an emotion, or if there's just something in my life that I need to fucking deal with. And I'm like, I'd rather not. Like, it's far more exciting to like focus on him and like stalk his Instagram following. Like, that's way more fun.
We're all just like, oh God.
Like, don't out us. Stop talking.
It's like, why do we do that? Honestly, why do we do that? Like, I'm like a grown ass woman. Like, why would I even like? It's just like crazy that we all fucking do that. It's just like so stupid.
Part of me is curious, and then there's a part that's psychotic, and like it's a very fine line.
Curiosity or psycho.
Total psychopath. We don't know. We don't know which version you're getting today. We'll find out.
That's the fun, right? Like, I think men like that. Like, I think that they like that. It's exciting, right?
It's called having a woman with range. Okay.
Yeah, that's it. He's never gonna get bored. He never knows what you're gonna bring. Which version are you?
Exactly. Which wig are we wearing today, baby?
That's it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
So Kelsey, the women that you work with, what do you notice when they come to you? Like, what are the biggest things that they're bringing to you? Like, do you notice themes that is like consistent themes that keep showing up?
Yeah, so I would say like the biggest one is emotional unavailability. And, you know, Kelsey and Christine, obviously you both, but Kelsey, you've said it a couple times. Like, I feel like you understand it in the same way that I do. Like, you're just disconnected. Christine, I haven't heard you talk about it, but I'm sure you guys have the same definition because you guys work together. You understand it. But it's like, I feel like the world of TikTok, which is where all my clients come from, they're all hearing about emotionally unavailable men, and then we're villainizing avoidant, avoidant men or emotionally unavailable men or dismissive avoidant, whatever. And then they come to me and they often work with me because I'm the first person to say, if you're with an emotionally unavailable man, you are emotionally unavailable. If you are saying, I want commitment, I want a relationship, but you're matching up with a man who says, I don't want anything serious, this is too much for me, this is too fast, too soon, whatever, you are emotionally unavailable.
Yes.
And it's because emotional unavailability doesn't look the same as a man. A man, it looks like him only wanting casual sex, him just, wanting something fun. A woman can literally be with her girlfriends, I'm ready to get married, and be completely emotionally unavailable. Because it's like, if you are operating within, and if for people listening, it's like, there's like the truest version of you. Let's just say for anyone like visualizing you, it's like in your heart. If you are operating within a part of you that feels unworthy, if you are operating within a part of you that feels not good enough, and that feels good enough through all you can do or all you can teach or all you can share, or you feel worthy through how smart you are or how much, like how hard you can work, and you are operating within these egoic fragments of yourself, so these wounded parts of you, you are living in ego, you are a false self, you're wearing a masculine shell, a wall, and no one can connect to the true version of you. You are emotionally unavailable to yourself and to the world, and no man will ever fall in love with someone who's like that, because he's connecting to the masculine in you. So you're a great person to talk to about your business. This happens with my clients all the time. He wants to talk about his business with me. He loves hearing all of my teachings. He wants me to tell him more about nervous system and blah, blah. I said, sweetie, he's friend zoning you and fucking you. Like it's a situationship. That's all it is. Because a truly masculine man who's like in love with your heart and soul, I don't want to say that he's not interested in your teachings. Like he'll want, but like, no.
He's not.
He's interested in like your heart. Yeah, that's it. He's not your student. Like, Yeah. So that's the biggest one. And all of that falls into performance. That all falls into you not being your own dream girl. That's you being who mom, dad, society wanted you to be, who you thought you were going to be for love. Like my whole like emotional unavailable umbrella is so big. It's like so vast. That's the biggest thing. And if you're emotionally unavailable, and if you're being who you think you need to be, you're doing this in your brand. Like I have 7-figure CEOs that work with me. I have so many different women working with me. You're doing it in business, with your money, your brand. Nothing is authentic and true to you. like, we're not seeing your truest self, which is what I would call the dream girl, you know, your own dream girl. Because truest self didn't sell, but dream girl sells. So that's where that came. Everyone loved the whole, for years I was like, truest self, nothing. And then all of a sudden it came through and it's like, become your own dream girl. And it was like,
Zing.
like thousands of, and I'm like, okay, this just connects so much. It's like, I love it. Thank you, God, universe. But yeah, that's the biggest thing for women.
Yeah. Well, and that makes so much sense too. Like, if we are going into a relationship performing for belonging, like, you're never going to truly fit there, because you have to keep up the facade in order to keep the dude. And if you had to put on this performance to get him, you are going to have to maintain that performance your entire life to keep him. And even if you keep him, it's not fucking fulfilling, because you literally are, like, the truth of who you are is never being seen. It's never being nourished. It's never being loved or chosen. And then we find, like, all of these fucking weird ass behaviors that come out in relationships like that, where we're picking fights, we're sabotaging, like, we're trying to extract the thing that we need instead of doing the deep inner work of going in and deconstructing all of those walls and barriers that we have to our own heart, all of those walls and barriers that we have to our own ability to feel the full range of our feelings. Because to me, like, being emotionally available is being available to the full range of your emotional core. So if there are certain emotions that you cannot feel, or that you think are bad or wrong, or you dismiss them and you avoid them, or you numb them out, that's a spot that you're not open. That's a spot where love can't flow. That's a spot where you will never be seen and accepted, because you don't see and accept that part yet. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. I love how you're describing that, because, like, these concepts are so philosophical in a way, right? And it's like, everything that we want is on the other side of the sensations that we are, like, that we need to feel, right? Like, being in your feminine, being emotionally available is feeling sensations. So if we're, as a woman, like, for example, let's take, like, a typical boss babe. You know, my whole thing is, like, from boss babe to dream girl. Let's take a typical boss babe. She's on a date with a man. And this is unconscious. Like, for anyone listening, like, you're not trying to put on a show. It's an unconscious thing that you're doing. And then you just feel depressed, anxiety, unfulfilled, like nobody knows you, super lonely. You can't understand why. And it's because you're living under a facade. But if you're on a date with a man, and this would be a great example. I'm like, what's a good example?
Yes.
You're on a date with a
Give it to
man,
us.
and I'm like, and he says something that you already know all about. Most women, boss babe, will come in and, like, outshine him. You know, she'll, like, defensively come in to prove that she knows what he's talking about, to prove that she's smart enough, right?
Just doming him on the date.
Yeah, she's literally topping him, doming him, which obviously then he's never going to call you back, or he's going to say, actually, most men will say, come back to my house.
Let me fuck you.
And then never talk to her again, right? Like, because, and she likely will, because she wants to feel in her power, or she wants him to like her, or she thinks that if she puts it down good enough or whatever, like, gives him the best sex of his life, he's going to fall in love. No, he doesn't. A lot of men end up with women that they don't have the best sex with because they love her, right? It has nothing to do with that. If she were to let him explain her entire thing, chances are, most of us women, we were conditioned to only feel worthy through our intellect, things like that. If she were to let him explain that and hold that back, she would probably feel a ton of sensations of, oh, I don't feel worthy. She'll probably feel out of control. What if he doesn't think I'm smart? Because I'm not actually showing him that I'm smart. What if he thinks I'm stupid? Right? And there's a lot of stuff like, be smart, play dumb, right? Like, all these things for women. And truly, like, who gives a shit if he thinks you're an idiot? Who cares? You know, like, if you don't have to explain that you fucking know all these things, like, who cares, right? And if you can feel all those sensations, then you can start to touch all those parts. oh, the part of me that proves my worth through how much I can do, the part of me that feels really defensive, the part of me that feels like I have to protect myself because Billy, when I was 7, made me feel like I was really stupid. All these different things. And then we heal them, and then we can literally just be.
Mm-hmm.
And then when Buddy's explaining something on a date, you're like, oh my gosh, that's super interesting. Tell me more. All these things, you know? And then he feels like amazing, right? Because you actually want to listen to him, and nobody in his life wants to listen to him because we hate men in our society and we just beat them
Girl,
down all the
yes.
time. And then he finally feels good, and he actually likes being around you because you're nice to be around and pleasant, and you're beautiful and you're cool and you're fun. You got a cute laugh and you eat a lot of pasta and he likes watching you, and like then he wants to go on another date with you.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, ladies, again, simple,
Simple,
not easy.
not easy, not easy. Yeah, I
Yeah.
see that a lot on TikTok, on Threads, on Instagram of like, men never want an independent woman. And I'm like, that's not it. It's that you're closed.
Mm-hmm.
Your independence is a mask, and you're actually not open. And that's the thing that turns him off. Not
Mm-hmm.
the fact that you have this incredible business and that you're, really creative and you're really powerful and you're intelligent and you're beautiful and you take care of yourself. Like, that's not what's like off-putting. It's the fact that we use it kind of as a shield. We use it as, a distancing technique so that they can't get too close, so that we don't feel vulnerable in their presence. Like, as you said, like, well, if I kind of get my worth and value based on, who I am in the world and what I do, then if he knows a lot about what I do, how am I going to show him just how immaculate I am?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could just like be your weird unhinged self and that'll probably do it. But like even
Mm-hmm.
that advice can be really confronting because they're like, but if I'm myself and that like he rejects me for that, then I'm not enough. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not about enoughness. It's about, are you a match? And
Yeah.
like we don't look at, like, if Christine gave me her house key and I tried to put it in my door, it wouldn't work. Not because her key is bad and wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
because her key is not a match to my house. And that's how things work in dating and relating. We're either a match or we're not. And the only way to really determine that is if we are bringing our authentic self forward. And these things can be really confronting to look at and to explore. Like,
Yeah.
am I using this as a way to actually create distance, as a way to actually keep what I want away from me? Or is it the truest expression of me? Because if it's the truest expression of me, I'm open. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can talk about the things that I'm passionate about without going into doming a dude.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
the person that I've been talking to, like, he has a lot of training in the same area that I do, and like I don't go in to educate him. I go in and I'm like, I'm so fucking excited about this insight or like this thing, and I'm like in the energy of it, and he's just like, yeah, tell me more. But it's not
Yeah.
like him bringing a concept and me like, yeah, well, I actually know more than you about that, and let me educate you. And I find
Mm-hmm.
that to be like really dismissive, and what you were saying about like we hate men, and
Yeah.
so many women who want to date a man and they hate them. And it's like you can't actually attract a really healthy man while hating men.
Mm-mm.
It doesn't work, sister.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
And I would say men hate women just as much now.
100%.
Everyone hates each other. It's like actually crazy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I watched this TikTok the other day that talked about how she was genuinely scared for when these Gen Z kids become politicians because they're going to put us further back than like the 1920s because they hate, they're like misogynistic to the like we all, it's crazy. This is why all of this work and all of these things and all of the content that we're putting out is so powerful because it's going to be crazy out there for like all of our kids and this next generation. It's wild because, yeah, it's just, I think that everyone is so wounded, so scared. The pendulum has gone way too far. No one is being honest. Like, even Kelsey, like, even that independence, like, it's not true. Like, true independence is cool, but that part of you that's independent because deep down you're actually super dependent, you're actually better off letting a man see your super clingy, dependent side
Yeah.
than some fake bullshit. Because then at least he's like, oh, this is annoying, but it's cute. But am I like, I
But I
like
know what
her,
I'm getting.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus this. And it's just like, I think that, I don't know, like, I don't even know what the solution is. I think it's just all the work that we're doing. And I think that ultimately it's being the embodiment, each and every single one of us, you know?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can so relate. It's like the armor, right? Like I think of that. I think of how I've been, like I had a relationship for a couple months earlier in the year. And there's so much reconciliation because even though I'd come out of a marriage, I like, just started dating somebody for a couple months and I saw like just how guarded and armored I was and how, like you're talking about, like I felt so comfortable in like the teaching space. I felt so comfortable in that, like almost like it's like I'm terrified of vulnerability. So let me like be the leader. Let me be like and then I'm like
teacher.
Frustrated, right? I'm the teacher, I'm the leader. And then I frustrated myself because I'm like, this isn't what I want. I want to be taken care of and not in a way, that's what I was thinking about the other day. I know that I know I'm good. I'm good with me. Like I am like so good with me. I even learned so much of that, but I'm like, I feel like I know I'm like worthy, whole, and complete, and I can take care of myself. And the person who enters my life has to be a value add. Like there has to, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not something I don't need to date for validation. I don't need to date because I need somebody to fulfill me. Like I've got that. But what I realize is like before the energetic was, I've got it. I don't need you. I'm good. Back off. You're going to hurt me. I'm not available. Get fucked. Like that was the energy signature, right? Like it's that like, I don't need you. So let me tell you on our date how much I don't need you. And I'm not going to tell you that, but I'm going to tell you through my energy. I'm so open and available. No, wait, I'm not. You come near me, I'll fucking get fucked. I will punch. And so it was like such a barrier, like this knowledge. And I remember saying to Kelsey, we did a podcast episode on this. I called it one night when I met a shadow of mine. It was like this personal development princess, I called her, because she knows. I've been in this world for a long time. So I can talk the fucking, but I didn't realize how much I was using that as armor to not have to be vulnerable. And so I've more recently called somebody in who's very different, and I am softer. And I've even said like I can, because he sort of mentioned around like, God, you really have your shit together, blah blah. And I was like, I can, and I know I can take care of myself, but it doesn't mean I want to all the time. And that was even vulnerable to be like, I know I can, but I don't want to always do it by myself. I want to, you know what I mean? It's like this like softer, and it is, I'm still learning how to receive. I'm still learning how to be penetratable. Do you know what I mean? In that sense where it's like the high sensation, right? Like people, even Kelsey used to, say really nice things or voice note me. And like, I almost couldn't read it or like listen to it for a while. And even like with this guy, he's like so kind and so available and tells me, how like just like is so sure, and I am with it, but it's still high sensation because I'm so not used to that, right? I'm not used to that, so it's so fascinating to see how much, like you said, I think that was interesting how you guys were talking earlier about how high sensation it is to be vulnerable and to receive and to actually let somebody see you, because even moment by moment, piece by piece, I'll show a little more of me waiting for like the removal of interest, the shoe to drop, because that was my existence, and the shoe doesn't drop, it actually gets better, and I'm like right, and
what
then
do I
something
do?
else, what do I do? And then I'm getting hot even talking about it right now. I'm like, feel my body like sensations warming up, but it's like waiting for the thing, like for the piece that I am less comfortable with, and then exposing it, and then it's just like cool. I'm like, huh. So so fast. Like that process it's a moment by moment recovery, if you will. It's a moment by moment reconciliation.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so fascinating to see. Just I was definitely one of those women who just was like, I don't need you. I've trained myself to not need you. But the man has no purpose. Like, it's like, what am I then? Like, what am I? I don't feel like I'm bringing value. I don't feel like I'm doing anything for your life. And it's just this like brick wall. And it comes from pain, and it comes from like not feeling like I could have anybody to rely on, right? I felt really alone a lot of the time. But again, a lot of that was mirrored around me not knowing myself, me not being intimate with the deepest parts of me not being intimate with the pain that I had. So it's amazing to see how quickly the universe is like, oh, you're available? Let me bring in somebody available. And you're like, oh, shit.
Oh,
What's
fuck. Now
happening?
the work begins.
Fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. It's safe to receive. Okay, cool. Okay. Like, it's so crazy. Anyways, I'm just calling myself out.
I think you
So
make such
cute,
a good point, because like there's that whole saying on the internet of like, I don't need you, but I want you. And you hear women say that all the time. And every time I hear it, and I've even said it, and when I've said it, I was like, that doesn't feel totally true. I'm like, I need you and I want you. Like, it's a both. I do need you, because I'm not, like, men and women are different. And I mean, we might get raked over the coals just for saying that. You know, but like, there are things that he can provide for me that I can't provide for myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't mean that I can't take care of myself. I obviously can. But there is an element of like, I do need my partner. And I also do want my partner. And that is a very surrendered, open position. And so I get why it's not a trendy thing to say. And like, it's like this adaptation that women have taken on of like, yeah, I don't need you, but I want you. But it still has that thread of like, well, what's the purpose here? Like, how can I be of service to you? And how can I be of
Mm-hmm.
service to this relationship if you don't actually need what I have to provide? You know, so it
Yeah.
is a huge fucking paradigm shift that we're going through in teaching love and relationships on this frequency. This is not like the mainstream frequency, but it's the only frequency that I found that really works. And in terms of like feeling fulfilled and being able to maintain a relationship and maintain its health, like without
Mm-hmm.
having to play games in order to keep it.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even honestly know, like, in this regard. I feel like I'm going through so much. I've studied from a very interesting lineage of femininity, which is very different from like the goddess lineage. And it very much is like polarized and respecting of the masculine. And in my own relationship, I had to recognize that that template actually didn't work with us because I'm very masculine and very feminine. And my man is also very masculine, like flying planes, building, crazy construction company, all these things, but then also very feminine, like Scorpio, Pisces, super emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And if we look at like David Data's teachings, feminine women are with masculine men, feminine men are with masculine women, and there's a small percentage of women that are balanced,
Right.
and they have to match up with balanced partners.
Yes.
And we were coming into so many problems, both of us. This isn't submissive. This isn't masculine. This isn't this. This is both of us. And it was like, oh my gosh, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we almost had to like clear relationship out of our field and be like, okay, we are friends, which is like the weirdest dynamic ever, to get rid of the boxes that we were trying to put each other in and just like actually look at each other with like a clear picture
Yes.
to recognize, oh, we actually both do have qualities that we both need,
Mm-hmm.
but we like switch in and
Yes.
out.
Yes. Yes.
And I think that like, for like women like ourselves, that's the template. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm never, and I love to cook, when I want to. I like to clean when I want to. Again, it has come from feminine desire. But, you know, we've been watching like Lord of the Rings, because there's a new season coming out, like
Yeah.
the Rings of Power. Anyways, there's a bunch of female leads in this that are like super powerful. And we've been talking about this so much, about how like the feminine is such a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just recognizing like so many dynamics. Like, I really don't think that a man is meant to lead my life.
No.
I lead my life.
Yes. Yes.
But the masculine has provision. Provision. He sees what we can't see, and that's where most women don't want to receive his provision. They're happy to receive his money, his purses, but they don't want to actually receive his provision. So I think that it's like really interesting, because in the way that I teach union and relationships, there is no one size fits all. And this is where everyone's getting tripped up, because some men are amazing cooks and amazing dads and amazing all these things. And then society will say, oh, he's a simp, he's beta, because he's cooking and taking care of the kids. Meanwhile, he's like doing backflips and like super fucking masculine. And you're like, no, this dude's really, really masculine, you know, but brushing his wife's hair, but like super masculine. And then you have women like all of ourselves, like fucking crazy in business, all these things. And men might look at us and go, oh, she's so masculine. But meanwhile, we're like super like vulnerable and laughing and like just going through like the throes of life and just like, right, like super feminine. And it's like, yo, we just know how to make money. Like, that doesn't make us mad. Like, that's just so I feel like listening to all of this, and yeah, like partnership, it's partnership. Like, we're all learning to come in with like our own little contracts to be like, this is what I bring, this is what you bring, this is what we can do together, this makes sense, you know?
I mean, girl, you're speaking my fucking language. I mean, I've come to that same realization. I'm like, I am both. I have a lot of masculine energy, I have a lot of feminine energy, and the dude I've been talking to, he also matches that. He's got a lot of masculine energy and a lot of feminine energy, and like those like templates that you were talking about, they wouldn't work in our dynamic even as friends. Like, there's no way that works. Like, there's this switching that happens in our dynamic where like there are times where like I really am in my feminine and like all like la la la, and then he comes in with that directionality and that sight, and he's like, have you thought about this? Or like gives me his perspective or gives me his insight, and I'm like, yeah, that's actually really valuable to me. And there's so much about like his sight that I want him to give me, because you're right, he can see things that I can't see, and I can see things that he can't see. And so there are times when like he's going through something and I'm like, curious, have you thought about this? Like, there's this thing that's happening over here, and I'm curious if you can see it too. And then we can dialogue about it. So it's not just like him leading the relationship. Like, it's both. Like, I have a certain sight, he has certain sight. It's different sight, but it's equally valuable to create the relational container that works for our dynamic. And the thing is, like, and I talked about this in a class yesterday, of like, each relationship we have is a unique universe. So like I'm a unique universe, he's a unique universe, and us colliding together in relationship, no matter what the form of that relationship is, creates its own unique universe. And so we're trying to use these blueprints that say like this is the standard blueprint for every relationship, which makes no fucking sense, because every relationship is a unique universe and it's unique to the two people in that system. And I think those blueprints are a perfect way of abdicating responsibility for creation. And like, we don't have to actually create our relationship intentionally. We don't have to create it alive. We don't have to keep creating it over and over and over, because that takes something. A lot of people are looking for a set it and forget it model of like, let's just get into the relationship and it should just work. If it's right, it'll just work. And I'm like, ugh, well, you're heading for the fucking pits, and call me when that all blows up and you're actually ready to do the fucking work and
Yeah.
create your relationship intentionally, because like it's going to require you to know your own universe, will require your partner to know their own universe, and then what happens when those universes collide, and what unique universe gets generated by the combination of your two unique energies. And there is no standard template that you can follow. There are certain guiding principles that are helpful, but like you create the map, and most people just don't know how to create the map. They don't know how to actually create their relationship alive and keep it alive, because they're just looking for someone else to do it for them. So like going back to what Christine said about the addiction of like, we're looking externally to the man for our sense of safety. And in a lot of relationships, we're looking to like the book or the teacher or the template to give us the answer so that we don't have to think about it. We don't have to be responsible for it. Because if I don't have to be responsible for it, it means I'm also not responsible if it blows up. And I mean, that's a whole other fucking kettle of fish right there.
Yeah. I feel like Christina wants to say something too, but like that just hit me so deep. I was just like taking it in. Like I was like, yes, 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 yes. That was so good. And that is the like, and we could probably talk for like an hour about what I'm about to say, but that is like the issue that we're seeing on the world right now of just like this obsession with basically being a child and being unwilling to grow up and take responsibility for what we're doing, right? Victim consciousness to the max. Like it's like having, look, we all have our own businesses, and that takes a lot of sovereignty and personal responsibility, but most people would rather stay at a job so they can blame and that they don't have. It's the same thing with relationships. Like it's a fuck ton of work. It is, like, as you were talking, I'm like, it is a lot of work, but I think it's so valuable, it's worth it. It is worth it. Like anything worth, all of these things, relationship, business, our bodies, friendships, what you guys are creating, this is so worth it, but it is work for sure. Yeah, I love that, Kelsey.
I know Kelsey's just like so smooth like butter. She goes on these like riffs and I'm just like listening to her talk, and she's got this like super smooth voice, and I'm just like, she like hypnotizes me, and she's like, do you have anything to add? I'm like, what just happened? Where am I?
I know. I feel like so many things just shifted for me. Like, and I'm about to get on a group call with the girls in Union, and I feel I'm gonna have to be like, I just went on this podcast. I'm gonna tell them they just fucking blew my mind and all these things, and now I have all these new downloads. Like, I'm gonna have to tag you on Threads because
God,
100%. That's like, yeah, my Threads.
Oh fuck, it's so good. No, as you were talking, I just got this like visual of like, yeah, like it's not about one person. These are like super traditional roles. I just, as you were talking, and this is what I'm experiencing right now, even in this relationship, even though it's new still, it's like two people who are confident and capable on their own colliding and coming together, and like each person's magic just sort of unlocks something in the other one that expands them. And the thing that I love is that like in that, like I feel safe within self. I feel confident within self. I feel at peace and at ease with who I am through the work I've done on myself. So that is mirrored back. And there's this beautiful dance between like this over here and then it goes back over here. But what I will say is that what I'm really loving is having somebody who, there's like the two, let's call it like two people in a house or two people in a boat, but like the man has like, it's like the navigating direction. Do you know what I mean? Like there's sort of an overarching, it's like I'm good whether I'm out in the kayak or I'm over here in the, do you know what I mean? But it's like there's something about leadership and around, but it's like not like dominating leadership or I dictate things. There's just like an energetic of like solidity. Like it's sort of like I'm going to direct this. I've got this, and you can relax, and I'm going to steer the boat. It's not that you are incapable of steering the boat, but let me take the reins so you can relax. That's kind of the energetic I kept seeing, is like there's this relaxation. And I think, we were talking about this the other day, and Kelsey and I in one of our containers, but it's like a really big sign for me now when people are like, what's your dating list? And people are like, this, and they need to be 5 this, and then they need to be tall, and and brown hair. And I'm like, for me, it is simplified. Does this person make my nervous system? How does this person make my nervous system feel? Am I at ease with them? Is there wobble? Like, it's just these pieces. Is there consistency? Is there curiosity? Is there fun? Like, is does this feel like sort of simple and easy? Like, those are actually the templates for me. It's not so much around who the person is. It's what is the energetic and how does that make me feel? Because that for me is way more important. The person can show up looking completely different than I thought. But it's like if the energetic matches and there's that feeling and there's like, coming off of the high chaos and the nervous system dysregulation, it's like, holy fuck, I'm feeling at ease and at peace. And for me now, I think this is where, if you're listening, getting curious as well, is like, what do you want to experience around that person? If you're with somebody, how do you want to feel around them? How do they make you feel? Like, all these pieces I think are really actually important to look at, because then you're opening up so much more possibility for some man to drop in who may be completely different from what you thought it was going to look like. Anyways, that's my little side tangent there. But
I mean, we could go on a tangent about the list. That could be a whole other podcast.
That would be a whole other fucking podcast. Yeah.
We got to bring you back.
Yeah, totally. I know, we could go. Yeah, we would definitely have to bring you back. Oh, it was on our unconventional love training, Kelsey. You and I were talking about that mini training we recently did. Is like, I mean, we're talking about that a lot. Like, people are going to show up in our lives potentially and look completely different from the way we anticipated. And when we're so closed off, or we're so conditioned to think of like, well, this is my perfect person, this is how they look, this is what they do for work, this is it's like we're shutting down. It's like boom, 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 shutting down so many amazing possibilities because of how narrow-minded we are, versus saying like, okay, I want to feel at ease, I want to feel at peace, and like doing the work on ourselves. And in that space, we don't even need to go out and fucking date. I mean, I've literally said this before. I'm like, from the time like I was single, I'm like, I just know I'm going to meet somebody. It's going to be organic. I'm not even worried about it. They'll show up when I'm ready. And I've been doing the work and all the things. And like, people are showing, do you know what I mean? It's just, it's like they're showing up. It's because I'm not out saying I need this person to make me feel better about myself or my divorce. I'm just like, I need to work on me and look at the parts of how I co-created that marriage and my responsibility in that. And I need to clean up my side of the street. And in this cleaning up my side of the street, the more I do that, the more I learn, then like just more elevated people keep coming in. So it's just like, okay. Yeah. Anyways,
I love it.
Fuck, I just feel like we could go on to. Anyways, I know we're gonna wrap this. We're gonna close it up. I got a client. You got a call. We got Kelsey's got shit. I know. I just when you're like you're just in the juice.
We're in
you're
the
like
pocket.
The rich juice. We're in the pocket. I know. This is like we should have like an all-day love extravaganza.
Oh, that would be so immaculate. Oh my gosh, yes.
Just fucking so good.
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, Kelsey, if you were to like give people one last golden nugget today, what would you want to leave them with?
Oh man, that's like the pressure.
I know. It can be
blow our minds, Kelsey, and if it's shitty, then we're gonna fucking cut it out. I'm sorry.
Judgment. Cut it out of the show. Oh no. Oh, okay.
You would never.
I'm like, you know what's funny is I just looked up because I was going to tap in, and then the book that I just saw was Come As You Are. It's like one of the books that I'm reading. It's like a book about female sex. It's about sex. Okay, I said it. Yeah. Kelsey knows. Yeah, I think that like the biggest like let me just like feel into what I think that the biggest thing that everyone kind of needs to just recognize, or anyone listening, it's like, it's kind of what Christine was talking about too, like, let life surprise you. Like, I think that, I know that in my 6 years of business and just in relationships as well, like the man that is on Instagram that people have seen my journey with was not at all what I thought I wanted, quote unquote, And the business, again, for those who have been following me for years, they know that I was like acting, modeling. That was like, this was not at all like the path, And I made my life so much harder by trying to think my way to what I thought I wanted versus literally just surrendering to the flow of life that was trying to like literally bring me on a boat directly to where I wanted to go. So much easier, so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can just like surrender in every moment, kind of like what Kelsey was saying in relationship, but do this in every single moment. It's like if you can literally just surrender in this now moment and surrender to what you want to wear in this now moment, surrender to what you do want to do in this now moment, and you literally just allow yourself to eat what you feel like eating in that moment, not what you think, but like what's coming from your body. There's just so much life and aliveness that's going to come around you. And if you can really refrain from trying to control it or cut what's growing and just like let it happen, you're going to be guided. Like the man's going to find you, this business is going to flourish around the right clients. You're going to be in this purpose and life that you were like, I had no fucking idea that this is what I wanted. And it's like so perfect, you know?
Mm-hmm. And you
Take
thought you
me
had
to
nothing to
church.
say.
Yeah, totally. I know. I'm like, let's just get her in the pocket. We could see you like starting to like open the download
Yeah,
channel, and you would
yeah.
just like see what's going on.
It's coming.
Oh,
It's coming.
that was so
That was
fucking
so good.
juicy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. 10 out of 10. We'll
10
keep
out of
it.
10. Yeah, we'll keep
Thank
that.
God. So I'm not going to be cut?
Not cut. Not cut.
Oh, thank God.
Oh,
won't be
so
cut.
beautiful. Awesome. So, Kelsey, if our listeners, obviously, after listening to this, they're going to be so obsessed with you. Duh. So, where did they find you? How can they get in touch?
Yeah, so that's so funny, Kelsey, because my Instagram, I'm wanting to change the handle to the Kelsey Show. And I've
Please
been
do.
like, do I change from my last name to the Kelsey Show? Because I don't want any, my last name's Gaudreault. If I say it here, people are going to be like, G-O, like, it's just fucking annoying. So anyways, by the time that they hear this, it will likely be the Kelsey Show.
Excellent.
I think I just have to take the fucking leap.
This is the sign,
do.
right
You
now.
do.
This is the sign. This is happening.
And you know what? This is coming out on Wednesday, so chop chop.
Girl, we ain't fucking around here.
We don't fuck around.
Fuck!
So the Kelsey Show on Instagram, excellent. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. Yeah, I will debrief you all individually later about that. Yeah, you guys can find me Kelsey on Instagram, on TikTok. It will have to be the same thing, but I know you guys will tag it.
Yes.
And then my podcast is called The Kelsey Show, which I feel like I need to bring you both on as well, obviously,
do
because
it.
that'll just be so fun. We'll continue that over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where you guys can find me. DM me. I have a group, my union, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but union
yeah,
is
of
like
course.
doors are open right now.
Okay.
Amazing.
So it's a little,
Yes.
it's popping on my page right now.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
basically what I'm saying.
Fuck yeah,
All
it
right.
is. Yeah.
Let's go. Let's
We're
go.
all
We'll
about
put-
collaboration here. There's no competition.
yeah.
Kelsey and I wouldn't be like, let's take that off the show notes because we don't want anyone to sign up. We're like, fuck yeah, if you're in. That's what I mean. That's the thing. Like, people, there's no competition. Whoever's called to
No.
you is going to be called to you. Whoever's, do you know what I mean? It's just
100%.
like, it's, yeah.
Oh, I'm the same way. Like people come, everyone comes and works with people that come on my show. I'm like, I fucking love it. Like, I feel like just, you know, it's like, it's like a, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but I'm like, it's like
Say
a
it.
gangbang.
Yeah, girl.
That's our next one. Kelsey and I are going to have just the tip, the three-way, and the gangbang.
Gangbang. Oh, yeah, we gotta
That'd be fun,
we gotta
actually.
do the,
Like,
yeah.
like 6 girls. That'd be really fun.
Oh, that would be so fun. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
1 dude, 6 chicks.
Oh my god, that would be so messy.
Poor guy.
Poor
That's
guy.
not gonna be fun for
The girls just rapid fire questions. We just go in order, each 6 chicks, and just like. That would be so fun.
Oh my gosh, please include me in that, please. guys.
Yeah, you gotta come back. You gotta come back for the gangbang.
Her and
of course.
Stefania will come back for sure.
Oh yeah,
We'll have
yeah.
Stefania back. Can you imagine we should do that with Sam. Maybe we'll bring Sam back or Mark Groves,
Yeah.
and we'll just have like one of them, and we'll just fucking rapid fire. It'd be so
I
good.
think we should. We should.
Yeah.
It's all being created in this moment, which is immaculate. And Kelsey, thank you so much for being here today. Like, you are truly such a beautiful light, and I'm really happy to know you and know that your work exists in the world. And I've gotten so much out of our conversation today, and I know that everyone listening also will have received many, many, many beautiful nuggets and downloads. So thank you for showing up, and thank you for taking us on that ride from orphan to union, because it is such a beautiful story. And just your work that you've been able to generate through your own experience, I think is so powerful, and it's exactly what the world needs right now. So thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for your work and your mission. And I'm excited to see what's next for you and to collaborate on the gangbang soon.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, thank you. I was feeling that so deeply and like literally about to start crying, and then it was instant gangbang, and I'm like, no, the tears went, they literally like retracted back up, and
The laughter comes on.
Yeah.
that's it.
We do the
Oh.
deep and the playful too. Like we
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
feels, and we also like to make some dick jokes.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank you both so much. Honestly, I feel so honored. You both, like, my heart is so full. I'm just so grateful for both of you. I'm so glad that Christine and I joined this random container, and then now we're all connected. So I love it. And yeah, thank you. And just all the downloads. And yeah, I love you both so much. And I'm so excited. Oh, and I just got a Tate news. Andrew Tate with New Girl. All right, whatever that is. Doesn't. So. All right, ladies. Thank you.
Oh,
That was
so
perfect.
unhinged.
That was so unhinged.
Yeah.
So unhinged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couldn't have ended it better. Oh,
Perfect.
shit.
Thank
Okay, we
you.
love you
All right.
guys.
We love you guys, and we will see you next week or whenever we put another episode up.
Whatever
Okay,
the
we
fuck
love you.
we put
Bye.
it up.
Whatever the fuck we end up doing. Okay, bye. All in all, we want to say thank you for being here. We love and appreciate you so much. And if you liked today, give us a 5-star rating, and we'll see you next week.
Share it. If you know somebody who needs this in their life, share this shit. Abundance goes round and round. We love you.
We love you. Bye.